You fell hard in love with a nice and romantic man. That's not hard to explain. But the real question is, why did he choose you? And why did you stay when the nice guy only came in for guest performances?
Case file 2. It contains lots of information. Some of it has been erased.
And some was written in invisible ink. Don't worry, I know all the tricks. I'm Emma, a medical doctor, a survivor of domestic violence and narcissistic abuse. Subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to stay with us as we go through the cases. Yesterday we talked about the love bomb phase. It didn't take much detective work to understand why you fell for him. He was romantic and perfect. You didn't have an education in the red flags of abusive relationships. Let's revisit those red flags, shall we? Some are almost impossible to recognize if you have not learned about abuse. Who would guess that intense interest, wanting to be together all the time, or rushing into commitment are red flags? Hollywood lied, I'm sorry to say, but I guess a normal, slow, undramatic relationship wouldn't sell a lot of movie tickets. But there were other red flags. When he got furious at being pulled over by the police, when he made cruel jokes at his friend's expense and you cringed inside, when he interrupted you, said, just do as I say, when he got annoyed at you for spending time with your girlfriends, something made you override your gut. Maybe it was that he was still 98% perfect. Maybe you thought you were the problem, overreacting or being too sensitive. Maybe you thought that you couldn't do any better. Maybe you believed you could fix his flaws. Or maybe you thought you were to blame for his behavior. But what about when things really changed? He tells you never to talk back. He calls you names, the H word. He breaks your phone. He stays out all night. You catch him in a lie. He screams and punches the wall. He says if you get a cat, he'll flush it down the toilet. Why did you stay then? Here's a major clue. The same qualities that made you stay were the very ones that made him choose you. He knew what he was looking for. He knew what he would do. And he needed someone who would stay and try to fix it. That does not mean that the abuse was your fault. Not at all. It means that your good and beautiful qualities, qualities that any good man would treasure, were twisted and used to trap you. What did he see in you? Empathy, willingness to help, determination to fix things, your focus on the good in people, your deep, fierce love. He knew you wouldn't let go easily once you'd fallen for him. And remember, he didn't show his worst self all at once. It came in doses, bad behavior, followed by a return of the nice guy. That's how he tested how deep the hook had sunk. We'll dive into that in the next episode. But for now, let's focus on you. Your admirable qualities, you don't need to throw them out, but you might need to tune them, adjust how and where you give your energy. Let me suggest this going forward. You are not responsible for changing another adult. You are not responsible for fixing someone's life. You do not tolerate abuse in any form. When you care for yourself first, then you're free to love and create mutual, safe relationships. If you haven't downloaded the free journal, it's in the description below. Use it to go deeper with each case file. Today's reflective questions. What did you believe about love, trust, or yourself when you met him? What traits or past experiences made you more vulnerable to his manipulation? How have those same traits served you in other areas of life? What do you now understand about yourself that you didn't before? Don't blame yourself for loving and not giving up. But going forward, direct that love firstly towards yourself. Tomorrow we'll look at how the abuse cycle began and how it kept you trapped. We've taken another step over the bridge together. I'm Emma. I'm carrying a light in my hand, but this is a shared journey. So pick up your light and meet me here again tomorrow. Remember, there is always a way out. There is always a way forward. Please be safe, take care, and have a great day.